Alba,
Thank you, Coach.
I'm now making you the presenter. Welcome back to F.A.C.E. Really a pleasure to have you back, Alba. You Top Gun trader, you. How are you?
Hello.
Hi, Alba.
Hi, Dale.
How are you, my trading warrior sister? You doing okay?
I'm fine. I'm sorry to disappoint, but I'm not from Barcelona. I'm from Madrid. But I agree with you. It's a
okay,
beautiful
well,
city, awesome city. Very
what, Barcelona or
new.
Madrid?
Madrid, yeah.
Oh, yeah,
But
you like
right now I live on the beach. I live in a place called Denia. It's like a paradise.
Wow.
And well, that's where I live.
That's nice. So how much
Yeah.
can I pay for rent to live in that neighborhood? In dollars.
But you have Ibiza very close. You can take a ferry to go to Ibiza and
Oh, wow.
spend
Yeah,
the weekend.
I'm dreaming, and I'm going to live a few of them out. So who knows, Alba?
Who knows?
Maybe this summer.
You're invited here. You know your team.
Oh, great. I brought up Wolfe Waves, and, before we get into what's on the menu here, I would just like to say that your hit rate on your forecast every time you've been here in F.A.C.E. has been outstanding.
Well, now you're making me nervous.
Oh, yeah.
Now it's time to fail.
Yeah,
This is the fourth time,
but it has been, right? I mean, we a few days after the interviews, things that you talked about began to manifest, even the same day. And in fact, the one I really remember was your bearish call. I think it was in NASDAQ last time we were on, and it was in the fall, right?
Yes. You know that Wolfe Waves are normally very fast. The reaction is very fast normally.
Okay.
So I have some things for you today, but I don't know how do you manage to schedule our meeting always in maximums.
Because the market won't die, Alba. Yeah. Maybe that's why.
Okay. Last times we had these Wolfe Waves or the bar patterns, the bump and run reversal pattern. Do you remember? There was a leading phase and then the bump phase. It's more accelerated. Well, right now we are here. This gray area for me is very difficult to trade because everything comes very erratic and the movements are not so clear. We are without any trend.
Have you ever seen a recovery like this, Alba, before, where we come off a low and there was maybe a 2-day pullback after the low, and that's it? No correction, only sideways action before the next wave to new levels?
Unusual? All I know, what?
Is it unusual to you to see this type of
It's usual for me, not in these time frames. This is daily chart.
Right.
But we can see these recoverings maybe in 1 hour, 5 minutes, 15-minute charts. But in daily, it's like crazy. And all I know, Dale, in all these 6 years I've been trading in markets, is that market, it's all about balance. And if it doesn't balance itself sooner, it will make it later. And that's why, for example, the bump and run reversal or this pattern, the Wolfe Wave, it's important because with a normal speculation, everything's okay. No speculation, moderate highs and lows. But if it does like this, if it does a bump like this, the correction would be the same, in fast and violent, sooner or later. Okay.
So we're out of balance right now because there really hasn't been any, decent bid retracement all the way up. So that makes the market out of balance for you.
This is Dow Jones, okay? Yeah, that's you just say it. This is Dow Jones. Last time we talked, we talked about NASDAQ, got the double top, and this Wolfe Wave. The market has recovered. We have these price structures for me are important. Now we see the daily chart in Dow Jones. The market is trying to break it up, but in three times right now it doesn't break up this resistance. So this is now the area we are going to see this and this. Okay, in S&P 500 I have one Wolfe Wave, but this Wolfe Wave is smaller. If you see, for example, in daily, you see this one is a smaller one, and I have marked this area in green.
So the Wolfe Wave has completed.
No, it's not completed. It just appeared. Okay. And now the Wolfe Wave is telling us that sooner or later the market is going to fall, and it's going to fall here and here. This is the take profit one, and this is the take profit two. I work with these two take profits. I calculate them. The original Wolfe Wave of Bill Wolfe says the target is the union of 0.1 and 4, but if the market goes on and on, this line goes down and down and goes to infinite. So I prefer to work with some targets, concrete targets, and manage the position than open a trade and let it go. I have marked this area in green, and I'm going to show you this, not this. This was the S&P in 1 hour, the 22nd of February. If you see the image, you can tell me if you see it. Okay, I'm going to open it.
Yeah.
This area I mark above the Wolfe Wave, 0.5, is the testing area. Right now in maximums, you know, the Wolfe Waves are against trend, and right now the trend is very strong, so it has possibilities to test the maximums. So I mark this one, and I consider the Wolfe Wave failed if it goes above 0.5. But I mark this area to be to see if there is a fail over here, a weakness in the blue area. You see here the evolution. It went there, and then here now that was the fail, a double top, and then that was the entrance. When the price goes again in 0.5, it's again active, the Wolfe Wave. Okay. And now you see here the evolution, and that was the end of the reaction, and then it comes again the jump. So this is now the scenario I consider we're in maximums, but the 50 moving average is not lost, and for me it's very important, at least in 1 hour.
Where's it coming in now, Alba, the 50-day about? Where is it coming in?
What do you say? What's it coming in?
Yeah, the price. Where is the price of the 50-day right now?
Here.
Yeah. 20.
The orange one.
Yeah.
Is 2,900 more or less.
Okay, thank you.
It's very important for me now. The moving averages are getting closer, and it's very important for me to lose this area. If it loses this area, I don't know if I can draw. I think I can draw now. I cannot draw, but if it loses this area and makes a lower high, that would be great to open shorts. I think this area is a great area to open shorts and maintain them. But I cannot open it right now because there is no rejection pattern. We have only the price in the area. That's no reason, just this reason to open shorts.
So you need to see some negative price action. Some type of reversal candle or something.
Yeah, or maybe testing this area and rejecting, and then the lower high. And as I said, mainly lose this 50 moving average in 4 hours. It's the 200 moving average in 1 hour. So this is the key to open shorts and have a correction. And I have here some details. It's very interesting. This picture is not mine. It's from a trader. It's called Trend Geometry. You can call him to do a face with him.
Okay.
And he shows us here. Do you remember, Dale? We have the overlay chart that compares two actives, maybe for example gold and the S&P or
Okay,
USD.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like a correlation chart, a comparison chart. Okay.
He's comparing the Russell 2000.
Yeah.
That it has fame, or is famous for being the weakest index of Wall Street, and the S&P. And right now, he marked some divergences that appeared in the history of the charts. We have here a various divergence between the two indexes. This is Russell and this is the S&P. The blue line is the S&P.
Okay.
And the first signal, it's a 1% of divergence. You have the movement. The next one, we have here a 2% of divergence and the movement. And right now we're at this point.
Massive. 7%.
Yeah, it's a massive divergence of 7%. We are maybe heading some very, very strong fall in the markets. And you know, when it's time to sell, we need to find weak stocks,
relative weakness.
Things. Yeah. To look for weakness, and because they are the first one that show the weakness, and now it's showing that.
So you mean, for example, the NASDAQ 100 is making all-time highs, but a lot of the stocks within it, like Facebook, Amazon, are not at Apple. They're not at all-time highs, even though the NASDAQ is.
Netflix, they are not making all-time new highs.
Right.
But NASDAQ is composed by a lot of stocks.
100, I'm talking about, the NASDAQ 100.
And
okay. I have one question for you before you go. This is compelling. But, you know, I've noticed, and I talked about this today, it's one thing to have a great trade, but what really separates people from having a lot of prosperity is having a great hold. Okay, so I've noticed you have the discipline to hold to targets. What advice would you have for people? A lot of people don't. They, they cut their profit short, and instead of having windfalls. Do you do it by managing from a different TF time frame? Or do you do it just because you have so much conviction about the outcome of your Wolfe Waves that it's easy for you just to sit and watch profits go away for a while, and knowing that longer term everything's on track? How do you mentally prepare yourself for a great hold, not just a great trade?
Yeah, this is something that cost me a lot. And Wolfe Waves, also you can trade them in 1 minute, for example, and doesn't cost a lot. But if you trade something at 1 hour, for example, or this one, 4 hours, you have to maintain, as you said, all the positions. This is a change of mentality, and this goes a lot with the personality of the trader. Some people want to do scalping because they are nervous and they don't want to wait, and they want to make fast money. I am not good at scalping. Well, not as good as a swing trader, but that's not simple, and the patience costs, and that costs me a lot. I just learned to wait, because I knew that if I close the positions over here, the market then goes like that. And after seeing it a lot, I have learned to wait until the target comes. And if somebody's going to speak, like, for example, Powell or Draghi, I just manage the position. And something that has served me a lot and have helped me a lot is I work with CFDs, not in futures. So I can open a part of the contract, not all the contract. I can open, for example, a half of the contract and close partially. And that's a great thing that helped me mentally and psychologically not to be so obsessed with the money and with the time of consecution. And
what a great mentoring. You're a natural teacher, Alba.
thanks, Dave.
In case you didn't know it. Okay, so S&Ps, we're kind of getting the picture of where we're at here. What else did you want to talk to us today? I mean, you know, this is a big deal you're talking about here. I'm not diminishing it, but I'm wondering if there were any other. Usually you have a few different instruments, but go ahead with your presentation. Yeah.
I have, but always remember this is the testing area. The price can go up here, but if in the short term it goes back to 0.5, the Wolfe Wave is still active, and we'll look for the targets here and here. Just remember that, okay?
Okay, well, and you know what, everyone, Alba, yeah, I think the consensus is new all-time highs in S&Ps is a layup. It's like a lock. People are saying it's a lock, you know, to over 29.42. And when everyone thinks something's going to happen in the market, I get a little skeptical. But your work also allows for a new all-time high, doesn't it? Like the NASDAQ 100 already had. Is that true? We can make new all-time highs here. With your zone.
We can, but we just wait for, in this area, for a double top, for example, of what I'm telling you. If it's going to a lower high, then combine it with Fibonacci, for example, and goes with these targets.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Gold, I had this Wolfe Wave that it's now losing 0.5. So it's failing. This Wolfe Wave was great because if gold continue high, then it supports this scenario, the low scenario, the short, scenario in S&P or in Dow Jones. But now it's failing, and we have here a triangle. Do you see it?
Yes. Measures 1220, I believe.
It's huge. The projection is huge, and I think
1220. 1230. Yeah, right there.
20, 24, 25.
Okay.
More or less. It's huge, and if the price again bounces and goes in, it can go to these targets. But now it's failing, and I'm going not to have it in mind. I just wait to. I'm not sure even in gold. I'm waiting for the US movement and the rejection, because if it does it, then the gold can go over here and go down again in the future.
Okay, so you think that if the Wolfe Wave, we finally get this sell-off, which you think could be dramatic in the S&Ps, there'll be a flight to quality into gold. People will buy gold. Okay.
And right now, this area, the 0.5 area, is the support area. It's a great support, this one. And I'm waiting for the daily close of this candle in daily, because maybe it can recover all the body and close gold in this area. If it does, then I will have in mind the bullish movement. So I'm waiting for the gold, and because this movement was very violent, as well as the euro dollar, for example, we're going to say. So I'm waiting if the daily close of the candle recovers and closes over here, it could be great. But right now I'm out. Okay.
Okay, got it.
Okay, British pound was holding because of this daily chart of the 200 moving average.
Yeah.
But now it's losing it. In FX Street says the volatility in the pound fell to yearly lows. We have a very low volatility here in euro dollar and in British pounds. And when this comes, they said that could be in for a big move soon. And this has manifested just right now when Estelios was speaking. You see this great movement. So we have at 1 hour, we had, because it's completed, triangle. It costs a lot of days to complete the triangle, and now
we're near objectives. Overshot him.
And now in daily, well, I don't know if you see
I
another
see it.
triangle
I do.
that the base or the support
Yeah.
includes with the 200 moving average. Now it's breaking it because the dollar make a violent move up, so the pairs against dollar are make this violent move down, and we will wait again. I'm going to wait for the daily close to see if all the pairs close below this moving average. For example, the British pound, as Stelio said, with the British pound New Zealand dollar or the British pound yen, I don't know what pair, I cannot remember right now, but I feel like a reverse movement is possible. Here in euro dollar also, if we see weekly, we have a huge Wolfe wave. This Wolfe wave is huge, and one of the targets is completed, and now it just the other ones left. It's in 1.10 and over there. I have the chart or I'll upload the chart later if you want. So the reverse movement in pairs against dollar, it's okay in the short term. So let's see the daily close to see if it's okay to continue the shorts, and then wait for shorts tomorrow, for example, in lower time frames to look for shorts in other patterns. And I had New Zealand CAD, the same scenario of support with the 200 daily moving average. And like a double top with a small, very light divergence, very divergence, you see it? And I'm waiting for the breakout. I'm just waiting for the breakout or a lower high to combine it with Fibonacci, but this is a strong support, very strong support. And if it goes up here and turns down, you have yes or yes to take partial benefits here.
Yes.
Or in the area of the 2000 moving average. I don't have clear scenarios just because the market is very strange right now, and we are looking for a movement, a strong movement in the indexes, and I don't have any clear scenario like the other times I've been with you. But I can say with USD yen is the same as the S&P and Dow Jones. It can test this area, but if the indexes fall, the USD yen is going with them down. So Stelio said also British pound yen, no, New Zealand dollar yen. It has a better movement. I don't have the pairs against yen with various movements except this one, that Stelio said. This 200 moving average in daily is very is the key, but also in weekly we have the 200 moving average here. So that's the reason USD yen is not going up the same or as fast as, for example, S&P.
Yes, good point.
But the same, I'm just waiting here and the S&P rules. If it goes down, then we can manage other positions and look for scenarios. But right now, gold is testing the supported area. This is in maximums. We can not open right now anything. We just wait for the price reaction in the areas.
Okay. So Alba, you never failed to disappoint. What a great presentation.
Thank you.
You know,
I hope it goes well, but if it does not.
Yeah, everything and anything can happen, Alba, but your work is outstanding. Thank you so much for edifying our community. And the best way for people to find you, if you want to show your blog site or anything else like that, now would be a good time to do it.
You know, my Twitter is Albitomix at Albitomix, and here I have my blog, my website, and also Miss Wolfe Wave. It's me, but only focused on Wolfe Waves.
Okay.
And I have the website of Wolfe Waves that has some articles in English, but anything they need, just write me an email or just translate them, and I'll help. Something. This is Eurostocks. Sometimes the change in the trend doesn't overcome just because a Wolfe wave appears. Sometimes when the targets are completed, the price goes again to the other direction. And now in Europe, we had bullish Wolfe waves completed, and now we are also in a different way, but we are also in resistances.
Okay, so you had different forces around the world are at levels that people should be careful about right here. Bottom line, right? So thank you, my trading warrior sister, for hanging out with us today.
Thank you, Dale. Thank you.
May pips rain down on you this spring, so you have a garden full of cash. You grow a garden of cash.
I have a lemon tree.
Oh, okay. Well, hydroponically or something, a garden full of cash. And I can tell you what, if you have a lemon tree, just knowing your attitude towards trading, which is a metaphor for how you look at life, I believe that you turn lemons into lemonade. And I'm really glad our paths crossed, Alba. I'm glad to call you a friend.
Thank you, Dale, my trade warrior brother.
Okay, everyone, that's Alba. Okay, David says thank you. Everyone loved you, and good hunting, Alba. And I'll probably see you on Twitter after a lot of your calls manifest.
Yes, I hope so. It will take time, maybe more time than the previous one, but
we've got time.
Okay, goodbye, everybody.
All right, see you, Alba.
See you, bye.
And remember, everyone, don't just count your pips, count your blessings. Having guests like Alba is definitely a blessing for me, and I think everyone's ears who she touched today live, and the video will be out in a few hours. So good hunting the rest of the day. Go join Blake and the guys in the private chat, and I'll see everyone tomorrow. Adios. Thank you, Alba.
Thanks, bye-bye.